Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube presentation. Today I will be representing my Python based real time network. Before that, my name is Alia, a student in computer programming. The chat application is using a circuit programming and threading. This application allows multiple users to send and receive messages in real time through a server. I'll explain how this works. Well, as you can see, I have this is the chat log. It saves all the conversations that be exchanged, and then this is all the code for the client, and we'll receive it and then send the messages. And also we have the server here. Well, this is the server. I had to change the port, and then technically with this I was able to have um, this is the confirmation that the server is running, and then it also saves the connection with the client and then the client name. Well, now I have Alio, I have Rueda, I have Killer Queen, I have Mumtaz and Elwood. How this came, where I have this is the chat from user earlier of the Karim's point of view, and you can see it says Alia Yassin joined because I type this name to enter, and then it says connected to the server with the chat killer chat. This to get these chats here, I had to also do same thing as I did for the reader, and then the same thing, the messages get to be exchanged. I made each person type a message, and all the message is saved right here. Well, this is my improved Python problem. Well, the need for this was the communication using a simple Python chat to have application that works. The project description, here's the project description, is a console-based application using a client-server model, sockets, and threading and logging, and that's how we saw in the Visual Studio. And then the features is multiple client, broadcasting message login, real-time chat, and unique users. Well, that's why we had several different users. Well, the behind reason why I had was a client 1, client 2, client 3. For this I had several clients, and all that came to the server, and then it goes to save in the chat log. The code is simple code. It's just a Python, and I was able to work with this server and then the client, messages connecting and broadcasting both sides. The problem that I had was the no private chat. I didn't go ahead to make the private chat privacy, encryption, and console code based. Future improvements are the same as having the encryption, use database for future references. In case now I log out or kill the terminal, I will lose all that conversation, and build a web version. Conclusion: I simply successfully implemented a real-time chat using Python socket. I'm actually excited to take it to another level and try. Well, what I have attached here is the actual code of the client Python side, and then a screenshot that shows the client code where client connects to the server using a socket. And then here is the server notepy. This is a screenshot that displays a server code where the server is set up to bind and listen and accept the client connection. And then this is the client connection. It shows a screenshot of the several terminals successfully running, waiting for client connections. Well, this is where when each person joins, it registers it. And then this is the chat. It says display of the client terminal showing successful user registration and connection server. And then this is the multiple users. This is where all the messages are in real-time joining chats. And then this is it displays exchange between the users in real time. A group conversation, this is everyone is message coming together here. The objective was to develop a Python-based real-time chat system using sockets, implement client-server model with multiple user support, enable message broadcasting, and use the user authentication. This I can say with the username we can say, but I haven't gone on to go to the other steps. demonstrating threading and parallel message handling. That's like have the user and then the name across. Well, what I used is Python socket threading, Visual Studio terminal. The terminal, I mean the Visual Studio terminal to just specify the which type of Python I'm using, and then and the chat log to save the messages. The workflow is like server starts and waits for the client connection. Client connects to the server using API, and then the port. User is registered, that's the name, and then broadcast to all the users, let all the users notified, and then messages are sent and received in real time. Thus, if I send my colleague or someone else that I joined will have it. All messages are logged and saved in the chat log file. Evaluation. Um, the chat system successfully demonstrates the following: the real-time multi-user communication, that's having every person message step showing, and then the stable connection is between the server and the client. That's the client and the server working hand in hand. Automatic messages broadcasting, successful logging of all conversations, all the conversations. That means everyone that intended was able to use it. Reflection and the lesson I've learned. The key lesson I've learned from this project is understanding the Python circuit networking, threading, improving the performance, importance of logging of the system, monitoring, real-time communication. I also have um, this final report where I have attached a little bit of the screenshots, and then like it shows the killer and so on. And in here, I went in depth to explain the limitations that I had, and then the conclusion, the application design, how it comes to like from the clients to the server to the chat log. I mean, the clients will be Alio, Ruwader, and Killer Queen, and so on. Uh, yes, it was a fun, and it's definitely something I look forward to do more. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.